Happy Friday, guys. Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Stas here, and you saw the title. We have to break down a bunch of stocks I'm watching right now and overall how the markets are looking on this beautiful Friday. So take a sip of your coffee. Cheers, guys. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe as well and join the free email stock newsletter and check out my Patreon if you guys want to keep up with what I'm doing in my portfolio. All of those are linked down below. And now let's dive into it. So it's about 10:30, 10:45 a.m. on the East Coast, and there's not crazy movement in either direction when it comes to the indexes today so far. And granted, we're only an hour into the trading session, so things can change, obviously. But as of now, the S&P's at break even, pretty much same with the Dow. Excuse me, it's slightly up. Dow's up 0.05%, pretty much break even, as QQQ's down 0.1%, and we have the Russell up over 0.1%. So really, pretty much break even, a little green, little red, nothing too crazy. And the VIX is chilling at 17 points, down about 1% on the day, as gold and silver, they're each down over 1%. We have gold down 1.5% and silver's down 1.25% as of right now. And you guys can see on the intraday chart, SPY's actually falling a bit from where it was in the pre-market. In the pre-market, we were much more green on SPY, on QQQ, across the board here. You guys can see that. We actually took out the highs in the pre-market from yesterday. So we hit 592.50 this morning in the pre-market, and yesterday's high was not even 591. So we obviously are continuing the momentum here, but we're just slowing down a bit. At open or since open, we've been slowing down. Stocks have kind of been flat for the last hour, but overall, clearly, the bulls are still in charge. I mean, on this 5-day, 5-minute, we're looking great. Like I said today, this morning, we took out the highs from yesterday, from the last couple of days, which is phenomenal. You're seeing that on SPY, and I'm pretty sure on Triple Q. Yeah, Triple Q as well. This hit 522 today. That took out yesterday's high, which is phenomenal. And as you pull the layers back, obviously, we're still still maintaining an uptrend, looking great across the board here, and the bulls are in charge. And the bears, well, the bears, they're nowhere to be found at this point. They're gone. For now, at least. For now. We'll see, of course, how the trade discussions go between the U.S. and China, all these other countries, of course, as well. We got to pay attention to. And obviously, the market is running on the U.S.-China trade war de-escalation, this 90-day pause or 90-day kind of period now where they're going to discuss an actual deal, because there wasn't an actual trade deal. They just dropped tariffs for 90 days in the meantime while they figure something out, which is causing, obviously, this run in stocks. So we got to pay attention to how that actually plays out, because if these negotiations crumble, let's say, for example, let's say things go sour and maybe they don't come to a deal in 90 days, and let's say, for example, tariffs go back up, right? That obviously would not be good for the stock market, but at this point, clearly stocks are pricing in a deal at the end of these 90 days. They're pricing in a deal, and we got to pay attention to it, and if we do get a deal, expect more upside, over or past these 90 days, after these 90 days. Either way, it's not a bad Friday so far, even though we're down on some indexes, we're not too bad, and overall, man, stocks have been crushing it, and there are a bunch of movers on my watch list today. Coinbase just keeps on going, guys. This company reported earnings about a week ago, and they did pretty well from what I remember. And on top of that, we got news that they're being included in the S&P 500. And since that, I mean, this thing has just been going bananas. This stock's now up pretty much double off the lows, and it doesn't look like it wants to slow down. Momentum's clearly in the bulls' favor. We're above these moving averages. Today we're up another 6% as I'm making this video, and we're testing the highs now from earlier this week. 2 days ago, it looks like we hit 263, 264. We tested that earlier today. It looks like we slightly broke out of it. Now we're back under it, which we have to retake that point on Coinbase. But, man, this thing is looking great on the charts. We got to watch it. Momentum is picking up like crazy. And what's going on with Virgin Galactic, guys? I don't know what's going on. I guess they just reported earnings. But SPCE, we haven't talked about the stock much over the years, but it's still on my watch list. You know, it's still here, and it's at $4.50 a share right now, and we're up 36% on the day. So Virgin Galactic reported earnings per share. They lost $2.38 versus the loss of $2.55 expected on sales of $461,000. You heard that right, $461,000 sales versus $285,000 expected. So I haven't been keeping track with this company over the last couple of years, but weren't they selling seats for like $200K, $300K, $400K to take a ride on these, these space vessels, whatever you want to call them? Weren't they charging like $300-400K a pop? Now they just did sales of $460K, so they're not, I guess, selling many of these seats. I don't know how many flights they're operating right now, but yeah, I just have not been in the loop with Virgin Galactic, but hey, we're covering it because the stock's up now 40%, but it looks like here Virgin Galactic, let's see, commercial spaceflight remains planned for summer 2026 with first research space mission. Maybe they're not doing many flights or not any at all, really. I don't really know. But either way, the stock's moving. We're taking out the highs, it looks like, here from the middle of March, which is great, technically speaking. So let's see if this momentum continues on SPCE. So that's moving big time right now. Adobe is also moving. ADBE is the ticker, which if I just simply extend this to the right, you can see now literally we're at the top of this channel as of this video. As I'm making this video, you're noticing we're at the top of this downtrending channel, which is the moment of truth, I guess you can say, for the bulls. Will Adobe finally break out of 420, 425, start moving mid-400s again, which would be great for the charts? Obviously, we would be breaking out at that point. Or do we fail here and start to dump back down towards 300, which, hey, if we do that, I might have to pick up some Adobe shares. But, at this point, man, I'm not touching it, to be honest. I'm going to wait on it. It's a bit overbought, but it's still on the watch list. It's up 3% on the day. Not too bad, but I'm not going to rush and buy it here. We'll see how it goes, though. Google, also known as Alphabet, was looking pretty juicy earlier today. I think we were over 170. Now we're at 167. Yeah, so Alphabet's come down a little bit from that intraday high, but it's still up 100, or not 100, 1.2%, not 100%. That'd be insane. But it's still up 1.25%. Not bad here for Alphabet, for Google. And overall, man, I've been buying this dip like a madman. Clearly, to me, it looks like it's putting in a bottom here. We're obviously consolidating. We have been for the last 2 months in the mid-hundreds, 150, 60, 170. We've been holding pretty steady there. Now it's only a matter of time before we take out 170. If I set my alert at 170, actually, let's do it at 175. That's a big spot right here. We hit that back in the end of March. We hit 170 literally today. A couple weeks ago we hit it. So that's a spot that needs to break. And if Google can get momentum above 175, I think it's going to go a lot higher. And all those dips I've been buying, that's where they're going to pay off. So Google looks good. CrowdStrike also looks fairly interesting. This chart, I mean, obviously these businesses are not the same by any means, but this chart looks very similar to Palantir's chart, funny enough. You guys see here, we kind of have a cup and handle in the formation, right? A little cup and handle action. Palantir looks very similar. Look at this chart right here, cup and handle, kind of putting in a double bottom in the 70 range for Palantir. Look at this chart. Now let's go back to CrowdStrike and look at CrowdStrike's chart. It's like the same thing, literally. It's like the same thing. CrowdStrike double bottomed at about 305. I bought this dip, by the way, at about 310, 305. I was buying up the dip on CrowdStrike here about 2 months ago. And now, obviously, we're up a lot, looking pretty on those buys there. But we're up to 438. We're in the mid 400s, which obviously is resistance here on the stock, which I think is going to break in due time. I think this cup and handle will play out. I think we will break out, but we got to be patient. CrowdStrike's earnings are in about 2 weeks on the 3rd of June, and that's coming up, man. That's coming up. So those are 5 companies, 5 stocks I'm watching. Quick breakdown on the overall stock market as well. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe. Come on, follow along for more content. Join the free email stock newsletter and check out my Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio. That is linked down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you in the next video.